Hey guys, Jill Karen from Two Dogs Media. Wanted to give you a quick overview of the website Auditor that comes with the SEO Power Suite set of tools. We recently did an article about it, and I thought it would be great to be able to show you, if you have not seen it before, what it does and how you can use it. We do highly recommend this tool for every website owner, from a beginner to an enterprise, as it does offer a lot of customizations that you can do to get the most basic information to the most advanced. So it's really kind of good for everybody. We've been using it for many years. We've actually started using it even more often because it's really just gotten that good. So this video will just contain an overview of all the different sections. I will be doing additional videos as well to show you how to utilize each of those sections in more depth. So let's get started real quick. The goal of the website Auditor is to improve your site structure as well as your content from an SEO perspective, and that's exactly what this tool gives you. So after you input all your information and set your preferences, which I'll talk about in another video, you'll be delivered a page that looks like this. This is your site audit. And as you can see, this is your main navigation menu. This kind of never goes away, but in here is a separate navigation menu that applies to the section that you're in. So your site audit section will show you all the different parts that the site audit covers, including indexing, redirects, technical factors, URLs, links, images, and on-page optimization. So the way you want to use this is you look at whatever's got the red X first. Those are probably the most critical issues on your website. You want to get those addressed. Those are things that are more critical to ranking issues. So for example, if we click on this, we get resources with 4XX status code, which is a 404 not found. We would review this page, either redirect these to another page or our home page, or in these instances, these are external links, as it's telling me here. I will want to find options to replace these links or just remove them entirely so that we can make sure that this doesn't happen. You don't want 404 page errors. So after you fix up whatever errors you have there, then you go through and you can review the warning errors. Like we have here, we have one that's 2 big pages. So we have 4 pages that are rather large in size. 14 megabytes is clearly a big no-no, and as a web agency, we do take these things seriously, but we're not perfect, so clearly somebody forgot to optimize an image here. So we want to go and take a look at that page to optimize the image. So we will fix these up as well. These are not critical to how you rank, but it does play a part, so it is an important thing to look at. Anything with the blue are just kind of indicators that, all right, hey, you got some stuff going on here, let's check it out. Doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be fixed, but you should be aware of what's going on in those areas. Simple example, 301 redirects. We are in the process of cleaning up our website. We have a lot of old, outdated content. We're trying to merge it and improve it. So we do have some posts that we did 301 redirects for. These are all okay, so we're not going to worry about them. Yes, this warning will probably stay here, but it doesn't bother us. It's okay. We know they're good. So that's what this whole section is. You're going to want to just go through each and every step, make sure you're optimized. The visualization tab is something that is new to Website Auditor, and we were completely in love with it. Basically what it does, it gives you an overview of your hierarchy and structure of your website, which now more than ever matters. Years ago, it didn't matter where you put your subcategories or your child pages. Now it does. It also matters how you are interlinking those pages as well. We've had some really great ranking improvements just from on-page fixes to internal linking and structural changes. We are working on our own website now. It'll be interesting to see where it takes us, but this is a really great way to kind of get a visual look at what is linking to what within your own website. So as an example, one of our better areas, it's cool, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. There's a lot of really cool things in this. I am going to do another video, but just for a quickie, WordPress portfolio, this is our service landing page, so to speak, for our WordPress portfolio design work. So when you get to that page, it just shows some of our most recent clients and our favorite jobs. You can see the click depth is 1, which means it just takes 1 click from the home page to get to it. There's 170 other pages on the website linking to it. There's links from the pages 62 to 34 different pages. So just basic information there, but what you can see, that's our main page, and it links out to all of our projects. So all the client projects are direct links from that page. And now you see a click depth of 2. So what that means is homepage was the first, then the second is the WordPress web design page. So you can see the click depth went up, but this is all a nice little package here. These are all WordPress websites linking to a WordPress portfolio. It all makes sense. They're all linking back and forth. This is like a perfect example of what you want for each of the important sections on your website. We'll go through this a little more, but it's just a really cool tool, and I think you'll get a lot of use out of it. The pages section is overwhelming when you first get into it. There's so much you can do here, it's not even funny. So if you are a data nerd, this is probably heaven for you. There's a lot of great information. We built out a couple of example pages or example tabs so you can kind of get a feel. So link and technical factors, what this is going to give me. This is all my pages are listed here. It'll give me whatever information I want. I can customize this any way I want. So for example, for this one, I might want to see how many links go to this page, how many links are from this page, how many of those links are no follow, how many broken images does this page have. So all of these items can be customized. Page traffic, I can tie it into Google Analytics and get the page traffic for each page. So for example, my services page, 35 unique visitors, I think it's the last 30 days, 100% page bounce rate. I didn't update the rest of them, but you can see, I mean, it's good to have it right there. We've got social media. I can get a feel for, how many shares I'm getting in the different social media outlets. Open graph and structured data. I can make sure my Facebook open graph stuff looks good. I can make sure my structured data is in set. And for each of these page tabs, when you click on any page, you'll even get more information on the bottom. So, links to the page, it'll give me the exact links that are linking to that page, links from page. So a lot of endless information within the pages area. You can create new tabs just by clicking this, add in the information that you want to see. Click OK. So for now, if I just want, I can name this, edit workspace. I want to edit this and I can say, page size. And now I just have a tab that'll show me my page sizes. And if I sort it, I can see, these pages are way too big. I need to fix these. So just a lot of endless information for you to be able to use in here. I will do some more videos about this so you can learn how to use it a little better. All resources show you everything on your website, your internal resources, your external resources, things you're linking to, things that are internally linking, everything from your JavaScript files to your Flash files to your PDF downloads, they're all in here. So you can really take a look at everything. One of the areas I use this for the most is the images. This is giving me every image on my website. I can sort it by size. And I can see I have way too many big images. We personally like to keep our images under 100 kilobytes. Clearly these are way too big for anything we would want our clients to have. But in our defense, most of these are from 2016 when image size just didn't seem as important back then as it is now. So we will go through and fix anything that's over 100 kilobytes to try and compress them and make them smaller. And the same applies for your other things. Is there style sheets that you don't really need? Is there things you can get rid of? It's just a good way to clean your website. And that's everything about site structure. Now, if we get into the content analysis, this is a cool area. We actually put in a sample page just to save time. Nonprofit web design is a page that we want to rank for the term nonprofit web design. So what happens if you add a page, you click the page you want to get your content audit for. So we'll do this one real quick. Next, bad web agencies. So if I say I want to optimize this page, I just type that in, I click finish. I'm not going to do it, but if I click finish, this is the page that I'll get. It'll show me the keyword I entered, and it'll show me if my page is optimized for that keyword. So out of 100, I got a 50. Obviously, I need some improvement. It's telling me my keyword is not in the title. If I click on this, okay, it's going to tell me it's not in the title, and I can actually see what my title tag says. Okay, so my title tag says non-space profit website design, but I put in nonprofit website design. In this day and age, Google might not care as much. It should kind of know it's the same thing. But if it's a page that we're really struggling to rank for, which this one is, we might want to be as close to perfect as we can. So we may change our title tag to make sure it matches the non-space version. But you also want to be sure which keyword variation gets the most traffic and the most searches. So make sure you're looking at that before you make any changes. What's also kind of cool is if I click on competitors, it'll show me the top 10 competitors that are ranking for this specific keyword. Okay, so I can see nonprofit web design is here, nonprofit websites, which is non-exact, nonprofit website design, nonprofit. So most of them do have the exact term. Actually, this one doesn't have a title tag at all. But you can see most of them do have a pretty close likeness to this exact keyword. So we might want to change it just to get that extra elevation and see if it helps. Now you can see here we do rank for nonprofit website design. It's not in the title tag. This was a post we actually did more recently, probably within the last year, that outranked this page, which we've never been able to rank for. So we're evaluating this now, trying to figure out how we can fix it, but we're going to use the website auditor to help us determine how to make this site not rank for that term and have our service page rank for it. So this will be interesting. So it's just kind of cool, though, that you can see in a nutshell, how your title tags of your competitors are doing. So we're going to go through all of this. Same thing, meta description. So it's telling me this is not in my meta description. I can do the same thing here. Look at my competitors, see what their meta descriptions are. I can see what my meta description tag is and how I can maybe improve it. It's telling me my keyword doesn't have it. So basic on-site optimization. Then you also have a tab for your technical factors. So it's going to tell you if there's any immediate issues that you might want to address. My page size is a little big. Maybe I'll reduce that. I have an uncompressed image. It's a little big. I might want to get rid of that. And this is another issue. We'll talk about that later. So that's it for your page audit. Then they have something called Content Editor, which is really, really a great tool. So basically you can see here, this is what my page looks like as it is on my website right now. It's still showing me, the issues that I have. I can modify this right here. I can go in here, testing, okay, and just kind of get a feel for, okay, what else do I have to add? Key 1, H2, H6. So I can change all this right here, and then I can go to Edit Source, copy just the HTML portion of the page itself, and put it into my HTML or my WordPress or whatever I'm using for my website. So it's just kind of cool. We haven't used this too much, but it is a cool feature just to make your life a little easier so you can see what you're doing. TF-IDF is kind of a useful tool. We're really liking this one. It's not something that's going to help you catapult to the top, but it will give you an idea of what your competitors are doing and what other terminology they're using within a ranking page to help you learn about new keywords or phrases you can potentially add to your own page to rank. So for example, I want to rank for this, nonprofit website design. If I go to the analysis, you got two little links down here. Let's look at the analysis first. I can see out of the top 10 pages, let me just I'll click the first 5. So you can see like this website, which is Iron Paper, is way up here, and it's for best practices. So it looks like they're using the term best practices on their page a lot. So it just gives you an idea of the other types of terms that your competitors are using that you may want to consider adding. So for me specifically, it's recommending that maybe I use nonprofit web more because some of my competitors are. It's recommending I use nonprofit web design more because my competitors are. So I might want to try and put these into my page as well. This one, it's telling me add social media. I don't have social media, on my page, but to me, I don't need to add that, so I'm not going to take that recommendation. So it just gives you a really rough idea of what your competitors are doing and what may help you with different variants of words. So if you go here for competitors, it'll tell you, nonprofit web design looks like Elevation Web is using it twice. Nonprofit Web Design, Elevation Web is using it on this page once. This one actually looks, this is over optimized to me. I'm surprised they're ranking well. Looks like they're using it 25 times. So it's kind of giving you an idea of how many times your competitors are using that term. It'll give you a great way to decipher how many times you might want to use it on your own website without, being too keyword savvy or too keyword rich. So this is just a really, really fun and different tool to give you a gauge. I will dig more into this in another video as well. Finally, we've got reports. This is just for the content analysis section. You can do different summaries and reports, the TFI, DF report. Domain strength, I don't really use this too much. It's just kind of giving you an idea of how you're doing on a scale of 1 to 10 using the different resources that Website Auditor is pulling. We just make sure we're staying on an upswing. I know we used to be in the 2s for the longest time, so to be up this high makes us pretty happy. And then finally, reports, which I don't think too many of you would need, but what this can do, you can give a report to your board member if you're a nonprofit, or if your boss needs it, or if you're an SEO agency, you can automate them and have them sent to your client. So there's a lot of different items here as well. You can really customize these reports with different blocks. You can put customized text in them, add directions. There's just a ton you can do. So this is everything from an overview of the Website Auditor. I hope you found this useful, and we'll be back soon with some more detailed tutorials on how to use the more in-depth features, hopefully in the near future. If you have any questions, let us know, and have a great day.